Well, good morning and welcome to Grandfather's Garage. I'm Grandfather, and this YouTube channel is for my now 4 grandkids, Panine, Roland, Una, and Helena. Good morning, kids, because they live too far away to come spend every Saturday morning in their grandfather's garage messing around. So this is my way of bringing the garage to them with all of its projects and some of life's tidbits. We're going to build stuff, repair things, do some fishing, take some field trips, all so I can share some time with them. We're glad you could join us, so let's go see what we're going to do today in the garage. Come on. In the early 1980s, while I was still in college, I had the benefit of working for Trafton Marine in Virginia Beach, where I was introduced to the new to the United States sport of windsurfing. The sport had already been very popular in Europe for many years. Windsurfing was booming at the time and became a big part of my life for many years thereafter. I sold them for Trafton Marine. I was a windsurfing instructor, a racer, and a wave rider. My license plate for several years said, "High Wind." I recently found an old 1980s promotional film by Windsurfer International called Windsurfing Hawaii, which I was able to have digitized so I can share it with you here. This little trip into history will give you a flavor of the sport when it was in its infancy. Before we jump into the longer fun film, back in 1982, we had a TV film crew follow 2 of us on our very first attempt to windsurf the 11-mile stretch across the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay, which opens to the Atlantic Ocean and crosses 2 major shipping channels. Though not noted in the newsreel, we ended up making the distance and finished up offshore east of Fort Story Beach.
18-year-old Matt Dubin and John Guyan, who's 24, are both from Virginia Beach, and both have been training hard to make their mark in the sport of windsurfing. Their goal, to sail from Chick Beach here in Tidewater to Fisherman's Island at the southern tip of the eastern shore. Why?
Hasn't been done yet. Basically, it's kind of like climbing a mountain. It's there, nobody's done it. It's exciting, it's going to be different.
Once in the water at Chick Beach, just east of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, both Dubin and Guyan made little headway because of poor wind conditions. But a second try from Fisherman's Island got them on their way, headed now for Virginia Beach. What's it like out there by yourself?
It's lonely. That's why we're going together. It's probably one of the biggest things is you have to stand still in one place for 3 hours. You will be standing up the whole time. It's not like a catamaran or a sailboat where you can sit down. We'll be standing there. All the stress and the pull of the sail is going to be across our shoulders and on our arms. It's going to be something that we've both physically trained for. We've been working out, lifting weights and running and biking to work and all kinds of stuff just to get in shape so that we can make it without any undue stress.
2.5 hours into the second attempt, the weather turned foul. The wind picked up, which actually is good for sailing, but fog rolled in, and that meant that if either of the sailors went further than 100 yards past the boat, we couldn't see them.
Dubin decided to call it quits, saying the water was as rough as it was cold. But Guyan persisted, not yet ready to give in to the elements. Finally, boat captain Tom Brett told Guyan it was all over. Because of the dense fog, Guyan and Dubin found it difficult to determine their location. Later, they found out they were only 1.5 miles from Cape Henry near Fort Story. In shaking hands, both vowed they'll be back to try it again. Don Roberts, News 3.
summer sport, the new wave in Hawaii. This is the world's newest, most exciting response to the universal challenge of wind and water. Anyone can do it, no matter where he lives and no matter his age. This is the ultimate free ride. Windsurfing, 1 part sailing, 1 part surfing, and 10 parts fun. This simple formula has been taken by enthusiastic sailors like Robbie Nash of Hawaii and turned windsurfing into one of the fastest growing and most exciting sports this country has ever seen. Windsurfing is already well established and incredibly popular in Europe, but it's America's Robbie Nash, at the age of 15, who has captured the World Windsurfing Championships 3 times consecutively and earned the respect and emulation of the best windsurfer sailors in the world. Sometimes he even takes his little sister for a ride. Even world champions can make life tough for little sisters. A spontaneous, innovative sailor, Robbie is proof that neither age nor strength are limits to learning and excelling in this challenging new sport. And for women, it's a natural. Here, Nalani Heen instructs one of her friends on the beach at Lanikai before taking to the water. When she's not giving lessons, Nalani, like Robbie, can be found practicing new maneuvers and sharpening her skills. Windsurfing is a new sport with plenty of room to invent your own maneuvers on lakes, in harbors, or on the waves of Hawaii, as Dennis Davidson shows with his high-speed, watch-out, never-say-die version of wave sailing. His reputation for laying it on the line and then recovering, no matter what the odds, is typical of the potential open to the advanced sailor. Small, lightweight, and collapsible, the patented design of the Windsurfer makes safaris simply a matter of tying things down and grabbing some grapes and heading out for new waters to discover and explore with your friends.
If your changing can't include me, it was a matter of time and fear. 'Cause I hear most regularly, like the turning of the year, that young men getting older grow sincere and much too dry. I'll understand if I can't hold you, and I won't shed the tears I'll cry. But would you steal from a dying man love from an outstretched hand if it upsets no prior plan to reprieve me? Yeah. Oh, don't let your goodbye stand, and don't let your goodbye stand, and don't let your goodbye stand. You can have the better of me at your game and at your rules. I'll concede to labels gladly as your fools. But don't put me out to pasture, then you're lying eyes to me. And true, it just won't last, your borrowed time assuages need. Tell me about your brand new loom and your shopping trips to town, but don't let conversations leave no room to turn your head around. Then you steal from a dying man love from an outstretched hand, upsets no prior plan to grieve me. And don't let your goodbye stand, and don't let your goodbye stand, and don't let your goodbye stand. With me, the ones I'll gain with you. But your waning footsteps sadly indicate your changing view. But you steal from a dying man love from an outstretched hand, upsets no prior plan to free me. And don't let your goodbye stand, and don't let your goodbye stand, and don't let your goodbye.
Each day brings new answers about wind and surf conditions, and invitations to experiment in the shore break close to camp, or go for a cruise along the coast to an island, or if you're lucky, like Nalani and her friends Mike Horgan, Larry Stanley, and Pat Love, to a Hawaiian sandbar for lunch. later, a surfable boat wake provides a fast tack back to camp. Much the same sensation can be found surfing open ocean swells at speeds approaching 20 knots for as long as you can hold on. And speaking of holding on, try taking your windsurfer on an outing to the North Shore for some big wave riding. Hoyle Schweitzer has created an incredibly versatile watercraft that is functional, affordable, durable, and which provides a unique and totally exhilarating experience for everyone who tries it. Windsurfing combines the best of both surfing and sailing, and is yours for the asking. Anywhere there's water, anytime there's wind,